It was a hot day at Wolverine and Cyclops' house, or otherwise hideout, in the morning. Cyclops and Wolverine were eating breakfast. I don't know why they call rice bubbles when they pop. Why can't they call it rice pops? Said Cyclops. They probably get nerds to come up with the names, said Wolverine. That's funny. I smell slime. Next thing you're going to tell me it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, said Cyclops. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, said Wolverine. You're kidding, said Cyclops. Take a look, said Wolverine. Wolverine and Cyclops walked out and confronted the turtles. Get them, yelled one of the turtles. Wolverine and Cyclops started fighting the turtles. That's funny. Now they smell like metal, said Wolverine. Wolverine flipped one over his head. Smash! It broke on the wall. Soon, all the turtles were broken. Now let's follow the footprints, said Wolverine. What footprints? Said Cyclops. The one you're standing on, replied Wolverine. The trail of footprints led to a cave, and suddenly the earth started to move and break. I smell something fishy, said Wolverine. Don't tell me. It's the street sharks, said Cyclops. It's the street sharks, said Wolverine. Hey, I told you not to tell me, yelled Cyclops. The street sharks burst through the ground and started fighting Cyclops and Wolverine. And all the robot street sharks were broken sometimes later. Wolverine and Cyclops walked into the cave. And soon Wolverine and Cyclops came to a large door. They heard a voice from behind the door saying, and all the kids will do what the robot cartoon characters say because they love them so much. Wolverine and Cyclops broke down the door just as a man hung up the phone. Who are you? Yelled the man. I'm Cyclops. He's Wolverine, said Cyclops. Who are you? I'm the best villain on the earth! Toon! Said the man. What are you doing here? We heard you on the phone. That should answer your question, said Wolverine. Ah, you're here to stop me from taking over the city, said Toon. Exactly, said Cyclops. Tazzy! Bugs Bunny! Daffy Duck! Casper! Attack! Yelled Toon. Suddenly, a whole stack of cartoon characters came out of a tunnel. Wolverine! I can't hold them back, yelled Cyclops. Cyclops and Wolverine were thrown into a dungeon. But soon the wall was broken and a girl stood in the place of the hole in the wall. Well, are you coming? Hello and welcome to Stories, the True and the Fictional. My name is J.A. Bryden, and with me is my longest-serving friend, a man who needs no introduction, but I will introduce you to Chris Park as the man so impatient he would literally walk into a paddock with a knife and fork and eat a cow. Chris Park, how are you, my friend?
Well, I think, in all things considered, I would be doing the most environmentally friendly thing if I walked into the paddock with a knife and fork eating a cow, because I'm giving the cow a fighting chance. There's no guarantee that I'll be able to best a cow with a knife and fork. It's like that old saying, you can kill a grizzly bear with chopsticks. It's just really difficult.
Yes.
Same thing with a knife and fork with a cow, because again, I'm pretty sure once I stab the cow, it's going to either run, try to kick me, or just, panic around. And at that point, with all that panic and fear, you've really spoiled the meat.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to give the cow hope before you eat it, obviously.
Yes, no, I definitely agree.
Brian, you opened this with what I would consider a phase 5 of the MCU. Would you care to give us a backstory of such a wondrous story?
Well, that story, funny enough, I was going through, I've been decluttering. So occasionally I got a few things from school, and I actually found that story called Wolverine and Cyclops in one of my school books. So I was about probably 11 when I wrote that, and I was just going, this fan fiction is pretty amazing. So, an evil villain called Toon that collects all these cartoon characters and makes robot versions of them for our heroes to fight.
Also, then the robot. So just so I'm aware of the intricacies of the characters, I don't want to miss any of the little plot points. He creates them so then the robots would tell children what to do,
Yes.
and then so basically they're influencing young children through these robots. Is that accurate?
Yeah, well, yeah, super villain that so the robot could, now I was a child, so it's probably like, you child, go do something evil, like, throw rocks at that grandma, or like, it's probably something like pretty, mundane for a super villain.
I think you're downplaying you're downplaying the importance of this story. I think
Okay.
Clearly you were concerned about the rise of technology and the influence of children.
Mm.
I mean, clearly you're way ahead of your time in this viewpoint. So I think
Yeah.
I think it's really quite spectacular. The evil cartoonish villain, clearly you've drawn inspiration from Elon Musk. Clearly that's it.
I didn't know who he was back then.
But no. But you're ahead of your time, sir. You're
okay,
ahead of your time.
All right.
And you could say that the robots were really a metaphor for TikTok and the influence on the young mind. So really, it's quite a brilliant story. And
so what you're saying is I'm a prodigy.
I never doubted that for a second. Now,